All right, my beautiful friends, it is finally Friday, and I don't know about you, I'm happy. What a crazy week, and it's going to get more interesting moving forward. Seriously, let's lay out some of the groundwork. I honestly do keep all of you way ahead of the curve, and I will continue to do that. I promise. All right. So with that said, let's talk about what's happening here in the markets first. As I am doing this video blog, stocks are higher across the board. Dow Jones Industrial Average up by about 160 points. It was up higher earlier, up over 200. Why is this happening? Well, number one, overnight, I don't know if you were watching the futures, there seemed to be a rumor being floated out. You have to understand, Wall Street honestly pins a lot of its hopes on rumors. This rumor, though, is a true one. It is going to happen. It's something I've outlined for you for a while now. We've even heard it from the president. More quantitative easing. They're not calling it quantitative easing. They're calling it stimulus. So the market right now is higher on hopes that not only are we going to get a rate cut or a series of them, like I explained to you it was going to happen, but more stimulus. Again, they're not going to call it quantitative easing. They can't call it quantitative easing because it has a negative spin to it after the financial crisis. And again, like I explained to you yesterday, the mask must be kept on. The illusion that things are great. We're going to continue to hear this being touted louder and louder from not just the president, but from other people in the administration. It's all about the mask. What we're concerned about is what lies behind the mask. And you got to be brain dead not to understand what's going on. You don't see calls for steep rate cuts and monetary stimulus unless there's a crisis, for which we are in one, and we are stuck in a terrible feedback loop. Let's also look back a little bit so we can understand where we're going. It's so simple. What do we know recently happened? Okay, we got a rate cut from the Federal Reserve, kind of a meaningless one, but again, it started to set the groundwork. Now, what else happened that was actually kind of bigger than even the rate cut that no one really talks about? Again, I do not believe this is happening, but this is what, let's take them at their word. The Federal Reserve is going to end early their balance sheet runoff. This right now is a preparation or preparing the ground for more stimulus, more QE. Again, it won't be called QE. Remember that. But they're going to find a way or a term to, allow the market to understand, hey, this really is QE, but we just can't call it that. Kind of like how subprime is not called subprime anymore, it's non-prime. The subprime market is alive and well. It's just called non-prime today. It's incredible, it really is. But they think we're stupid, and they think if they change a couple of little letters around that it makes all the difference in the world. But that's, it's the truth. So that's why stocks, at least futures, were higher, and why stocks opened higher on the hope or the rumor that is being floated out that more stimulus is on the way. It is quantitative easing. That's where we are going, people. I don't understand why they are so desperate to keep the mask on. Really, I understand it's an election cycle, but yesterday I had even the slightest hope that we were going to start hearing the truth a little bit. When the president said, soon we will be winning the trade war with China, I don't know, something got in me. I was like, maybe this is the turnaround. Because you know what I always say? I always tell you that every moment is yet a new opportunity to turn everything all around. Now, I really believed that when the president said that yesterday, I mean, this is how stupid I am. I told you, I'm not so bright sometimes. When the president said that, I thought he was going to start maybe telling the truth a little bit. But what I did see later on in the day on live television, and I'm sure most of you caught it too, is he's pulling off the same lie charade mask that we're taking in billions from China. It's such a lie, and even the most basic imbecile can do the math that we are losing hundreds of billions. But again, the lie must be maintained. It's pathetic. I mean, he really thinks we're stupid. And you know what? I got angry yesterday. I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting there watching TV. And then when I heard it, I was like, wow, well, Greg, you really are stupid to believe that maybe we were going to get some kind of truth here. It's not going to happen. But what we are going to get, people, is a series of rate cuts, massive debt expansion into oblivion. I mean, unlimited. We haven't seen anything yet, like I've explained to you. We are going to get more stimulus in one form or another. The Fed is going to start loading up their balance sheet again. This is a vicious cycle that we're stuck in, and not one world leader has the guts to do what needs to be done. Think about that. That says something. It's much bigger. Obviously, if the leaders of the developed nations around the world are all playing the same mass debt expansion game at the same time with no end in sight, does anyone believe this is being done by accident or by coincidence? Of course not. This is the plan of world central banks. Absolute domination. They want to own the world. And it's incredible that we have world leaders that are sacrificing their own populations. Our country right now is under attack by our current president and how he is playing with the Federal Reserve. There's still the asinine notion by asinine YouTube channels that the Fed is going away in any way, shape, or form. No, the Fed has never been stronger. Never in history. It's unbelievable how people just don't get it. People, it's so funny, it makes me laugh. There are guys out here, and probably a few girls too, who are not market people at all. They don't understand the markets, but they're out here saying, oh, this is what's going to happen to the Fed. This is how monetary policy works. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, frankly, I'm going to say it, your ass off at these people, because they're not market people. They're not market experts. Who are they? They're people with a dream or a delusion. It's not happening. Period, the end. If you understand that central bank's product is debt, and the more debt they issue, the stronger they become, it becomes very clear. And you can see how every world leader is playing the same game, enriching their central bank by allowing them, by not just allowing, but calling for more debt expansion in the form of rate cuts, in the form of quantitative easing or other kind of stimulus. It's insane. Anyway, there always has to be that faction out there, that group of people that are misled, and it's a terrible thing on an unbelievable scale because they have no choice. It's the way their brains are wired. They need to believe that there's some kind of hope in whatever leader that they're putting their faith in, and they're putting their faith in the wrong place. Anyway, so with that said, that's what's driving the market right now. Rate cuts are not going to work. What the president or any world leader will not explain to you that no amount of rate cuts is going to prevent the longer end of the curve from dropping. If you notice what happened to the yield curve, by the way, it normalized a little bit. Now, again, of course it's going to. No market asset, and debt is an asset in the debt market, is going to move in one direction, even if we were in a free fall. Let's say the stock market started to peel off thousands of points. You're going to get a bounce. It's going to go down, 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 bounce, down, 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 bounce. That's how it works. So you got some of the talking heads here this morning. I don't know if you're catching this on the financial channels trying to explain to you, oh, the yield curve is normalizing. Duh! Please, you gotta stop. These so-called financial professionals are mental midgets of the highest order, and worse than that, they are trying desperately to mislead you, just like every single world leader is here too. And let me explain this to you. I learned my lesson. I will not give the president the benefit of the doubt moving forward. I gave it to him yesterday, and I got shot down. The man is a liar beyond the highest order, and he is leading this country down the rat hole of debt expansion that's going to suck us all down, empowering the our central bank here, every world central bank, every world leader doing the same thing. It's by no accident, and I know for a fact that you're smart enough to realize that. I'm starting to feel myself get worked up here. So I'm going to end this video now. Look, all of you have a great day, honestly. Let's trade this market and rip this damn face off this thing. I haven't entered a trade yet because I've gotten this video out here. Anyway, I do expect to enter at least one trade today, and we'll see how that plays out. I'd like to do 2 to 3 trades today, intraday trades, again, using my quant system, free for all of you, 100%. There's no sign-ups. It's posted right on my website, traderschoice.net. Take advantage of everything on my website. It's all free for you. There's nothing there that you have to pay for. So I'm going to urge all of you to, if you're interested in any of this stuff, you want to learn, you want to just get free stuff, go to my website. Go get it. It's so free. And there's an amazing chat room there. When I tell you this, and I mean this, and I'm talking to the people that are in my chat room, there are a group of people that are extremely smart, and they're there all the time. And I try to participate once in a while, but I watch what's going on in there, and I have to say, hats off to you. Some of the smartest people I think out here are dwelling in my, again, 100% free chat room. Take advantage of this stuff. People, I love all of you. Please share this video. I will see you at the end of the day. I'm looking very forward to it. Now for me, back to work. See you.